The year is 2025, and gaming has evolved into a new generation. Premium games for premium gamers. Games so good that not even the most expensive GPUs can run them. That's right, GPUs upwards of $2,000 can't even run the games. So good, you're gonna need a GPU from the future. It's exactly where we wanted gaming to be, right? No! It sucks, it's stupid. I hate Unreal Engine 5 so much. Yes, new game comes out. New game costs £60. New game doesn't even work, and you know what? You know what the CEO of Gearbox says? That sounds like a you problem. Stop being broke. Play something else. That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Borderlands 4 is the latest disaster in gaming. Let's talk about it. Borderlands 4 launches and the performance is abysmal, and gamers are rightfully angry. So that must mean the sales are bad. It must be a fail. Oh, it actually sold pretty well. Would you look at that? Hitting over 300,000 players on Steam this weekend, which is really good. Congrats, Gearbox. Wait, I made a mistake because I'm not a Borderlands fan, and I didn't realize how big this franchise is. Borderlands as a franchise has sold over 90 million copies. God damn, that's a lot of sales. There are rumors that Borderlands 4 sold over 2 million in its first week. However, Borderlands 3 sold over 5 million in its first week. So just a little less. Just a little bit. And Borderlands 3 eventually hit 22 million sales. Now, it could reach that, right? It could reach the heights of Borderlands 3 if the game is good and it runs like sweaty cheeks. And the CEO is doing some of the worst PR I have ever seen. It's bad. So is Borderlands 4 a financial success? It's too early to say. The game hasn't flopped on release. It's hit good launch numbers for a normal game, but for a game from this franchise, not so good. So with the sales we just mentioned, combined with the fact that Randy Pitchford, the CEO of Gearbox, told us that Borderlands 4 has more than double the budget of Borderlands 3, which was around 140 million, so, not looking too good really, is it? And on top of that, even with 22 million sales, Borderlands 3 devs still had their bonuses cut. So yeah, this is potentially problematic for Gearbox. 22 million sales, and your reward for that mind-blowingly large number? Your bonuses are getting cut. You're welcome. Now, believe it or not, that's the good news for Gearbox. An okay launch is the good news for them because, as I'm sure you've already seen, everyone is complaining about the performance of the game. And the CEO's ego is making things worse. The ego is just too big to say, look, this is on us. We moved to Unreal 5. It was more difficult than expected to optimize our game, but we will work non-stop to achieve 60 FPS on the hardware that you can actually get right now. People are mad. They're big mad. There are thousands of people right now complaining. Well, complaining is putting it lightly. It's raging, and all of the complaints are about the performance of this game. All right, guys, we need to calm down. There is no way the performance for this game is that bad. Let me test this out for myself. Glasses. Yeah, it's bad. It's really bad. It's super bad. It barely runs. Can't get 60 FPS at all. My GPU was hitting 84 degrees just from being in the menu. What the hell is a menu doing that needs to make my GPU work so hard? Explain yourselves, Gearbox. Unreal Engine 5, right? You get constant stutters during cutscenes, and Claptrap annoys me. That's right, I said it. That's not a performance issue. I just hate those things. Honestly, though, it's not anything we haven't seen before from an Unreal Engine 5 game. Unreal Engine 5, truly the pinnacle of gaming. An engine created to achieve graphic fidelity, the likes of which your eyes could not believe, to give us the best gaming experience possible. The reality of Unreal Engine 5 is that you have to make it look worse than what it would have done on an older engine just to make it run somewhat okay. Because no matter what you do, you will never get rid of stuttering. It's a trash engine, and I wish the industry would stop using it. Now, with CD Projekt Red working with Epic on Unreal Engine 5 point something, maybe, just maybe it might get better. But expect games that are being made on Unreal Engine 5 that are coming out soon to just run like shit. Oh, I almost forgot that the game runs poorly on consoles too, which is rare. It's easier to optimize for consoles because it's just one set of hardware they have to work around. Doesn't stop stuttering, but it's playable, and somehow they messed that up. And what did our savior, the CEO of Gearbox, tell us? What was his expert advice? Just restart the game, bro. Oh, thank you, wise one. My eyes have been opened. $70 well spent. Other games have been ruined thanks to your genius. Speaking of the CEO, Randy Pitchford. Now you think that would be Gearbox's biggest problem right now, wouldn't you? Potential customers seeing everyone have these issues all over the internet. You see, PC players see less than 60 FPS, and PC players say, nah bro, not for me. But no, Gearbox's biggest issue is the CEO. I've seen meltdowns on social media, I've seen tears, I've seen arguments, I've seen master deflectors like Vavra. It's not woke, not woke. There's no hidden agendas here. Yeah, so anyway, some decisions were made because we were worried what journalists would say. Yeah, this is even worse than that, because Randy Pitchford is out here doing this. Don't play it. Refund the game. Play something else. Know that your hardware sucks. Buy better hardware. Why are you broke? Code your own engine and show us how it's done, huh? My good God, man. It's not even your engine. Does he know that? Does he know what engine they're using? Or does he just sit up in his office all day having nap time while his employees work? Yes, that last one is word for word. The others I paraphrased a little, read between the lines. Code your own engine and show us how it's done, please. We will be your customer when you pull it off. The people doing it now are clearly dumb and don't know what they're doing, and all the support and recommendations and code and architecture from the world's greatest hardware companies and tech companies working with the world's greatest real-time graphics engine coders don't know what you seem to know. Sarcasm. Thanks for clearing that up for us, Randy. Let me ask you a question. What are the geniuses over at Gearbox actually doing? Because even with this game being on Unreal Engine 5, I don't see why it's so demanding. It's cel shaded. It's not even photorealistic. Why is the game more demanding than Expedition 33? Same engine. What is happening with this game for GPUs to be struggling so much? I don't see it. The way Randy talks, you'd think he was John Carmack. To be fair, if John Carmack told me to buy a new PC, I probably would. This all came from a thread where he was behaving like tech support. He could have just said, turn it off and off again, because that's about as helpful as all of this was. Volumetric fog isn't going to save your game from having a shit frame rate. DLSS shouldn't be a requirement for the game to look good. You shouldn't need frame gen just to reach 60 FPS. Ever. Here's another piece of great advice from our savior, Randy. Every PC gamer must accept the reality of the relationship between their hardware and what the software they are running is doing. Oh, that's so out of touch and makes you look like a piece of shit. Just stop being poor. Even though there is no GPU at all running this game smoothly. He was community noted on that, rightfully so, because it is their responsibility to let players know what hardware is suitable to play their game on. Although I suppose no such hardware exists right now, does it? Bro is having a meltdown so bad, even journalists are calling him out on it. Even the journalists. Randy, you make journalists do their damn job, man. They hate doing that. Even Paul Tassi was calling him out. He was getting some horrible messages, which we don't condone. But someone needs to take this man's phone away from him. He's done more damage to this game's financial situation than anything else. Forget the game engine, Gearbox. Give this guy a patch. He's a problem. Gamers can't get past him. For fans of Borderlands, this is nothing new. Randy Pitchford has become somewhat of a problem even before Borderlands 4 released, back when he floated the idea out there of Borderlands 4 being $80. Probably due to low pre-orders and backlash, the price came down from that, or it was revealed to be lower. I don't think they ever announced it was an $80 price. I can have some sympathy for game devs, I can. They work years on this one project, and everyone, rightly so by the way, is shitting on it. That's gotta sting, but you gotta have some self-control, man. You are just doing more damage. And Randy, well, again, if you're a Borderlands fan, you're probably familiar with some of this.
So I'm going to play a song, and this song's called The Bigot Song.
I wasn't, and then I was, and now I wish I wasn't. Thanks to the Decembro for exposing my eyes to this. We'll see if I ever forgive him for that one. You know what? It's better if I just show you. Here's The Bigot Song.
Nobody tastes eggs and bacon when they're frying. That probably burn your tongue. And nobody likes a bigot unless he's crying boo-hoo.
It just lingers in the eyes, doesn't it? And the ears. That alone is enough for me never to touch a game he is ever involved with. I refunded Borderlands 4, no money spent there. The Claptrap voice actor accused him of physically attacking him over a payment dispute. A former Gearbox lawyer accused him of saddling Gearbox Interactive with the burden of repaying a private, personal 12 million bonus from Take-Two. The money was allegedly rerouted to his private company, Pitchford Entertainment Media Magic. Because Pitchford agreed to have his private bonuses counted as advances upon the royalties owed to Gearbox employees, those employees and their families won't receive any of their accrued royalty or profit shares until work repays Randy's bonuses to Take-Two Interactive. Sounds like a fantastic guy, right? But wait, the lawsuit doesn't end there. The lawsuit claimed that Pitchford left a USB drive at a Texas Medieval Times restaurant in 2014 containing sensitive Gearbox corporate materials and a personal collection of underage... Yeah. The suit also accuses him of siphoning Gearbox profits to fund so-called peacock parties at his home, where adult men would allegedly... Oh my good lord, I'm not reading that. What in the ever-loving did I just read? Huh? Now, this lawsuit was dropped and Randy Pitchford was exonerated, so we'll likely never know if any of that was true. But what we do know is what Randy, a big Randy, said about the USB. It apparently contained some camgirl stuff. Pitchford claimed he was a consumer of this content and that he was studying it to figure out how the host faked the act of female. Good lord! Stop! Ah, yes. Studying. This man was just doing some research, expanding his knowledge on true culture. I believe he called her a magician. Everyone, to me, to make a great game, one must understand great culture. Now, let me show you this clip I found. It's magic. It's so cool. Actual magic. The man is just a walking red flag for Gearbox. I ain't supporting a guy like that, man. Fuck him. And Gearbox have had to do damage control for him, releasing a statement thanking fans for their patience and promising future updates to fix the game. Notch also called him out, which was pretty funny. Now, is it possible for Borderlands 4 to come back from this poor launch and poor, downright awful PR? They can recover, sure, but I don't think they'll recover to 20 million sales, in my opinion. We'll see. I could be wrong, because I don't understand how Borderlands has sold this much in the first place. I played the first one way back, and it was okay, with a mate. I've tried to play the second one twice, tapped out twice, within an hour. Twice. The series has just never gripped me. The funny thing is, this game could have changed my mind on that. I actually enjoyed what I was playing when it was working. Shooting felt great. I liked the character I was playing and his abilities. The story was pretty fun, and I was so happy for the first half an hour when Claptrap didn't show up, but then he did. He sure did. I've just never found this series funny. I just find it cringe, and that's coming from me, the absolute king of cringe humor. But I felt like they dialed it back a bit. I've always liked their art style. I would have actually played more if it was better optimized, and if Randy wasn't such a dick. I like the look of the world, the new enemies, the main villain was interesting. Shame, really. There's a good game there when it works. Anyways, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. Let me know if any of you are Borderlands fans out there and if you are raging right now, because I would be. I'll see you in the next one.